Welcome to this crochet tutorial. I'm going to show you how to crochet this adorable cow. First, you'll need Parfait Chunky number 5 yarn in an accent color, a main color, and a horn color. A 5mm crochet hook, a yarn needle, stitch markers, scissors, stuffing, and safety eyes. Starting with a slip knot, first you're going to chain 2. You could do a magic ring, but I prefer the chain 2 method because this yarn is fragile and it breaks pretty easily. So chain 2, and then in the second chain from the hook, you're going to do 8 single crochet. I always mark my first stitch of every round because I inevitably get distracted and forget where the first stitch is, but you don't necessarily have to use a stitch marker every time. Round 2 and 3 is 1 single crochet in each stitch, totaling 8 stitches for each round. When you get to the last stitch of round 3, don't pull it all the way through. Stop in the middle of the stitch and cut your yarn because you're going to make a color change now to the main color. Using your main color, you're going to pull it through to finish the last stitch and then continue on with round 4. For round 4, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches, and then we're going to make a decrease, an invisible decrease, so a decrease through the front loops only. I also crochet over my tails. It just helps to secure them better and keep them tucked in. And then I'm tucking the tails inside the bottom of the arm. And then repeat the same steps. 1 single crochet into the first 2 stitches, and then a decrease. For round 5 through 10, you're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch for a total of 6 stitches each round. Once you finish round 10, you're going to do a slip stitch in the first stitch of the last round and fasten it off. Pause the video and go ahead and do the same steps for the second arm. Now we're going to make the legs. Same method as the arms. You're going to first make a slip knot. Chain 2. And then you're going to make 6 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. For round 2, you're going to make 2 single crochet in each stitch for a total of 6 increases, which gives you 12 stitches total for this round. Round 3, you're going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch around. When you get to the last stitch, we're going to make a color change to the main color, so don't finish the stitch. Cut your yarn and then switch over to your main color and pull it through both of your loops. Round 4 and 5 is going to be 1 single crochet in each stitch for a total of 12 stitches in each round. When you finish the round, slip stitch into the next stitch, cut your tail, and pull your yarn through. Set this leg aside. Repeat the same steps for the second leg. When you get to the last stitch, do not slip stitch and do not fasten off. You're going to be crocheting both legs together. Go in through the first stitch and make a single crochet, and you're going to go around the first leg for the remaining 11 stitches. When you get to the second leg, you're going to crochet around all 12 stitches back to the stitch marker. There will be a hole in the crotch, but don't worry about that. We'll sew it up later on. Round 7 through 15 is going to be a single crochet in each stitch all the way around for a total of 24 stitches. Now we're going to cut a strand of yarn and go ahead and sew up the crotch so we can stuff the body and the legs. After you've stuffed the legs and the body, we're going to go ahead and mark the center that lines up with the center of the legs, and then we're going to mark off where we're going to crochet in the arms. So we're going to count 4 stitches to the left, and that will be the beginning, the first stitch that we'll crochet through the arm. And then on the right side, we're going to count 4 stitches from the center, and that will actually be the last stitch of the arm. So we'll count 4 stitches and then another 3 and mark the beginning of that arm. For round 16, you're going to make a single crochet stitch in each stitch all the way around until you get to that first marker for the first arm. Now here you're going to make single crochets through the top of your arm stitches into your body stitches. You want to make sure that you get your hook through 2 stitches each for a total of 3 for the arm, because there's 6 stitches up there. But if you go below, it will cause your stitches to stick out above or below your arm seam. So make sure that you get them in both stitches of the front and the back of the arm. And you'll see here as I stick my hook through the front stitch and then the back stitch. Sorry, it's a little blurry. There you go. So you stick it through there, and then you will stick your hook into the next stitch on the body, and then pull your yarn through both the body and the arm, and then make your single crochet. And you'll repeat that for the next 2 sets on the arm into the body. And now you'll just continue with your single crochets around to the next arm stitch marker. Once you get to your next arm stitch marker, you're going to do the same thing you did for the first arm and crochet through the arm stitches and through the body stitches for a total of 3 stitches. And then finish the last 2 single crochets of that round. For round 17, you are going to make 12 decreases, and then you will be left with 12 single crochet. After you finish that round, slip stitch into the next single crochet and fasten off. Go ahead and stuff the body. I usually like to try and fluff the stuffing before I add it in. I separate it so it's nice and even, and then I stuff the body pretty firm, but not too firm where the stitches are separating. Now we're going to be working on the head from the top down. You're going to do 8 single crochets in a magic ring. I do the chain 2 method. So here you will chain 2 and then make 8 single crochets in the second chain from the hook. Round 2, you're going to do 8 increases to get a total of 24 single crochets. For round 3, you're going to make 1 single crochet in the first stitch and then an increase in the next stitch, which is 2 single crochets, for a total of 24 single crochets. Round 4, you're going to do 5 single crochets and then an increase, and you're going to repeat this 4 times around for a total of 28 stitches. For rounds 5 through 10, you're going to do single crochet all the way around. For round 11, you're going to do 5 single crochet and then a decrease for 4 times total, giving you 24 single crochets. After round 11, you're going to attach your safety eyes. I like to put them between round 6 and 7, 4 stitches apart. These safety eyes are 18 millimeters, and I got them off of Amazon. For round 12, you're going to make 12 decreases to get to a total of 12 single crochet. At the end of round 12, you're going to slip stitch into the first stitch and cut your yarn, cut a long tail, and pull through. You're going to leave a long tail so that you can sew this onto the body. Stuff your head, and usually you want to get it nice and firm so that there's no lumps or squishy spots in your head. This looks pretty good. It's firm and full and even.